Hi everyone, I am Naveen Kumar, TTT English, TSWRS Boys, Alva. I welcome all the 6th grade students for this video lesson. Students, in this class, we are going to learn a poem written by an American poet. My dear students, according to the schedule, today's class is in Unit 3 of your English subject. And in Unit 3, B reading is a poem. The name of the poem is A Nation's Strength. A Nation's Strength. My dear 6th class students, be ready to learn a poem from Unit 3. Yes, my dear students, at the page 44, you have a poem titled A Nation's Strength. All of you open your textbook at the page number 44. Students, what is the objective of this class is making the students able to read the poem well and understand its meaning. Even help them to locate the rhyming words in the poem. My dear students, before entering into the poem, let us have an interaction. This interaction is going to help us to come to a topic with our known to unknown area. Let us look at the images on the screen and try to answer the questions posed after that. On the screen, you are able to see the images of superheroes. Can any one of you tell me why have they become superheroes? Let me tell you, my dear students, their power, their strength made them superheroes. So it's very clear that the strength of them made them superheroes. In the same way, every nation has its own strength. Let us find out what is the real strength of a nation. Look at the image on the screen. What's that? Is the image of a nation. Do you know, students, what is the strength of a nation? Might be, whether you are aware it or not, let me explain. The true strength of a nation lies in its men. It may be the leaders of the nation, it may be the protectors of the nation, it may be the bureaucrats of the nation, but the real strength of the nation only lies in the men of that nation, but not in the materialistic things. Students, look at the different images on the screen. The first one is none other than Mahatma Gandhi, who is treated as father of the nation. The other one is none other than the creator and architect of the Indian Constitution. The third one is architect of modern India. And the last one and the most important, the real heroes of the nation. These are the men who made our country very strong in the world. So, we can say that the strength of a nation is in the rulers of it, or in the makers of it, or in the protectors of it, but not in the materialistic things of the nation. Based on the last slide, we have seen the great people and the creators and protectors of India. Dear children, who are they? They are our nation's strength. Students, that's our topic today. As I said, today we are going to do a poem known as A Nation's Strength. For this class, the topic is A Nation's Strength, a poem written by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Who is the poet of the poem? Ralph Waldo Emerson. He is an American poet who has written this poem totally in 5 stanzas, but as you are able to see on the slide, only the last 2 stanzas are prescribed to us. Let us do the poem in detail. Dear students, you are able to see the image of Ralph Waldo Emerson on the screen. He is none other than an American poet, essayist, and transcendentalist. My dear students, here on the screen, you are able to see a new word known as transcendentalist. Transcendentalist. Let us find out what does this word stand for. The word transcendentalist stands for the meaning of a person who follows transcendentalism. The word transcendentalism is a kind of philosophy who believes that God is not invisible, but God is someone who is always with us. With God, they are able to speak, they are able to spend time. So, who believes in that kind of philosophy is known as transcendentalist. And coming to our poet, Ralph Waldo Emerson is a transcendentalist. Coming to the summary of the poem speaks about the pillars of a nation, which makes it a mighty one in the world or a strong one in the world. That is the outline story of the poem, which we are going to learn. Coming to the outline, which I explained now, based on that outline, the true strength of a nation is not its gold, not its power, not its pride, or any material things, but its men who are ready to stand and suffer for its glory. Students, coming to the word pride, the word pride stands for the meaning of proud of feeling something. So, it's not the proudness of a nation's culture, it's not the power of a nation, it's not the gold of a nation which makes it a strong one, but the real men, the dare men who stand for its nation will be treated as the strength of the nation. Let us see the poem in detail. I am reading the poem line by line. At the same time, you people open your textbook and try to follow the reading. As I said, the poem of 2 stanzas is given to you. Here comes the first one. Not gold, but only men can make a people great and strong, men who for truth and honor's sake stand fast and suffer long. Brave men who work while others sleep, who dare while others fly. They build the nation's pillars deep and lift them to the sky. Not gold, but only men can make a people great and strong. So according to the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson, the real strength of the nation is not the gold of that nation, but the men of that country. That to be not all the men who are great and strong, who are ready to stand for their nation. That kind of people will be the real strength of the nation. Come to the next slide. Men who for truth and honor's sake stand fast and suffer. Men who for truth and honor's sake stand fast and suffer. Students, in these lines, you are able to see a phrase known as stand fast. The word stand fast or the phrase stand fast gives the meaning of refuse to give up. Refuse to give up. So, with the usage of this phrase, the poet is trying to tell us the real strength of the nation is in its men who refuse to give up working for their nation or fighting for the nation. That is the real strength of a nation. It's not the gold of the nation. It is a dare man who ready to suffer for a long time, who are ready to stand there for the sake of their nation. They are the real strength of a nation. Let us read the next level. Brave men who work while others sleep, who dare while others fly. My dear students, the real strength of a nation is the brave men who are ready to work when all the nation is sleeping. For instance, take our soldiers. We will be sleeping at night, leisurely, relaxingly at our home, but whereas the soldiers at the border will be protecting us. Take them. They are the real brave men. Why? Because they are working while others are sleeping. These are the people who are ready to stand there while others are flying away, when others are trying to escape from their responsibilities. That soldiers are the real strength of a nation. Based on the first stanza, the poet made it very clear that the dare men who stand fast, that means who refuse to give up, who always ready to suffer for their nation, who always ready to work while others are sleeping, that is the real strength of the nation. So with that stanza, he made it clear, it's not the gold of a country, it's not the material of a country, it's not the power of a country, but the dare men of a country made the real strength of the nation. They build a nation's pillars deep and lift them to the sky. They build a nation pillars deep and lift them to the sky, my dear students. That means that dare people, that great soldiers, that great leaders will be building the pillars of our nation deep into the earth. When the pillars are deep into the earth, we can build a great building on that. In the same way, when the pillars of a nation are very deep, we can lift that nation to the level of the sky. That leveling to the sky is possible with only the real people, the dare people of any nation. So, the nation's strength is the dare men of that nation, but not the material of that nation. Eventually, based on the two stanzas we did, we can come to a conclusion that The strength of a nation is not its gold, but the dear men who stand for truth and honor. Why? Because these men who stand for truth and honor will be working forever and lift the nation to the level of the sky. The real strength of the nation is its people, but not the gold or power or pride. That's the message he has given to the poem called A Nation's Strength. With the clear explanation of the two stanzas, you might have understood that what is the strength of a nation. That's the reason he has given a title known as A Nation's Strength to the poem. Why the poem has given the title A Nation's Strength? Because it is explaining the real strength of the nation. It has been used in American schools to inculcate patriotism, to know the real strength of their nation. Hope you might have understood the poem well. My dear students, now come to the last part of the class, that's homework, which appears on the slide. The homework based on this class is write down the rhyming verse of the poem. One is done for you. Make, say. The word make rhymes with the say. Like that, there are so many rhyming words in the poem, and to identify them, I'll give you an hint, my dear students. The rhyming scheme of the poem is A-B, A-B. The rhyming scheme is A-B, A-B. That means first line rhymes with the third line, second line rhymes with the fourth line. Based on this rhyming scheme, please identify the rhyming words in the poem. Thank you one and all. Thank you students, thank you one and all.